Hi everyone, Aaron checking in from Arts United Front. I'm going to do a manga review today, and my manga of choice is Battle Angel Alita. It's a graphic novel. It spans, as you can see, multiple issues. It is published by Viz Graphic Novel. The later volumes are published by Kandasha Comics, as it would appear. I probably murdered that pronunciation, but anyway, the book starts out with the two main characters in the first part of the series. Dr. Ito discovers Alita in a scrapyard that is pretty much basically sort of pseudo Blade Runner, post-apocalyptic, very much a wasteland of sorts, with a lot of different cyborgs and humans all trying to coexist amongst each other. I'm not going to get spoilery, so I'm just going to touch upon just a couple little story beats. There's a main villain called Makekeu. I probably slaughtered that pronunciation as well, but he is brought early on into the book, and he is featured throughout. He goes through multiple different forms up until his final climactic battle with Alita in the sewers. That could be a spoiler there, but whatever. It's old, 1994. If you haven't read it yet, then I guess there's a certain amount of statute of limitations, and I think 94 is pretty old at this point. So anyhow, yeah, this book is one of my long-time, all-time favorites. It's very tremendously well drawn. The stories are very interesting. The characters are very deep and they're complicated. The main villain in this book has a very sad backstory that I obviously will not talk about here. You have to read that for yourself. And it really brings a lot of his characters together. A lot of his characters actually are very tragic, so you hate them, and then you feel sorry for them, and then you're sad to see them go into the neither after their stories conclude. Also, Destiny Nova is a character who is introduced in here, and he is still featured all the way up until the next series finale as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on with him. He's a villain of sorts, definitely a crazy scientist, if you would, and he really creates a lot of fuss for a lot of people with his delusions of grandeur and whatnot. Overall, the book series is incredible. I cannot rave on enough about it, really. I mean, it's gone since '94. I still take the original book and just flip through it every now and again. I don't always reread it. I am actually going to sit down and reread all these because, I mean, let's face it, you look at this, if I was going to do an in-depth review of the entire book series, this would be a 5-hour long video, and I already said in another video previously that I'm going to keep it low, like 5 minutes and under kind of thing. I want it to be digestible for anyone who's just sort of jumping in at this point. So until next time, folks, see you out there.